Hey guys, it's your girl Deborah. Catch It by Faith. How y'all doing? Came on a few minutes earlier to have some people come on into the room and enjoy this reaction video I'm about to show. So come on in the room, come on in the room. Type the word faith. If you want your link drop, type the word faith. And we're gonna wait a few minutes and let some folks give time for some folks to come on in. So welcome, welcome. Don't forget the thumbs up. Don't forget the thumbs down. Either way, a view is a view. And I love y'all anyway. Yes. Type the word faith if you want your link drop. And meet some family while you're here. And chat back and forth, you know. Chit-chat. Be sure to socialize and chit chat back and forth. Yeah. Nice little video. So right now, before you guys start watching the video, go to the ladies' room. The video isn't that long. The interview, I should say. Um, so you have time to go to the restroom. You have time to go get you a little drink and bring it on back. Pull up a seat. And as we watch this video, don't forget to interact while you're in the chat. Be sure to, if you want to, drop your link. And all you have to do is just type the word faith, and Nightbox will drop your link for you. If other people come in, you can socialize and mingle and just chit chat about the video. We'll be starting that soon in a few minutes. So like I said, come on in, pull up a seat. Pull up a seat and hang out with your girl Deborah Pitch by Faith for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Raid. All right, Raid. Got more friends, Raid. Okay. Type the word faith. Type the word faith in order to drop your link. Type the word faith. Hey, the artist. See, now I'm sitting on this side of the room and you can't even see my wall. But before it's over, I'm going to show you my wall, show you the art. Type the word faith. Hey, Mountain of Inspiration. Thanks for the thumbs up. Type the word faith, guys. Type the word faith. And Captain with friend is dropped. Over here is faith. Faith. Type the word faith. Yes, type the word faith. Type the word faith. Let me do some of this music. I'll just sit here entertaining myself a little bit. This reaction video is Denise Nicholas, Black American actress. And those that may know her, she started out in the 60s, the late 60s acting. Her first movie, she had a part in It Takes a Thief. My mother used to like It Takes a Thief. She played in It Takes a Thief. A lot of people, if you 60s, 50s, late 50s babies, know her from Room 222. She also started Let's Do It Again with Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby, A Piece of the Action, In the Heat of the Night. Also, he had And the Children Shall Lead. Hey, Chef Finest Wine, type the word faith, type the word faith. And as you watch the video, along with me. The interview was done by Chef Finest Wine, who's in the chat, and Rollins Review, his partner. So check them out. If you don't have them, be sure to have them because they have some amazing stuff going on their channels. Very interesting. He loves to cook and chit chat, do what he do, and also too he's doing the interviews and whatnot along with Rollins Review, and she has a lot of informative historical stuff on her channel also, and they both collab together, which makes them a powerhouse. And when they do these powerhouse interviews with celebrities, it's just simply awesome. Those that may know Frida Payne, Bring the Boys Home, Band of Gold, Since You've Been Gone, all that's left is a band of gold. That you heard your mama probably playing, because I know my mama used to play it. And also too, we did they did an interview with Ernest Thomas. A lot of people may know him as Raj from What's Happening Now. So they're doing a lot of great stuff over there, and it's like, to me, I call it unsung, because they interview folks that we haven't seen around in a little bit, and you kind of like wonder where are they, and then when they pop them up and they do these here interviews and whatnot, it's like amazing. It's awesome to sit back and watch. It's like, okay, that's cool. So guys, I'm going to start the video. Your chit chat. Any question you have, talk to Chef Finest Wine. Anything you want to ask them, make sure you subscribe to his page. Let's get it. Let's go. Oh yes, don't forget to share out the video, guys. Share out the video. That's going to be my call all throughout the video. Share out the video.
Welcome in, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone. Looks like we have Mrs. Nicholas backstage.
Woo! Success. Okay.
Boom. She's in here. She's in here.
Hi. I'm on my cell phone, which is teeny tiny, and I was trying to do it on my laptop, but it's working on my cell phone.
That's totally fine. I was going to tell you that the cell phone is better anyway.
Okay. Well,
we're glad you're here, though. You're welcome in.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good to be here. Okay, now that I can see. Okay. All right. Let me cut all the rest of this stuff off over here as I was.
No problem.
Take your time.
All right.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm ready.
All righty. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Hello.
You look great.
Thanks. This is my second Zoom for the day, so
I should have showed.
Wow.
I might fade.
Video.
But I'm okay.
Okay. Totally fine. We're so pleased to have you, Mrs. Nicholas.
Thanks.
Yes.
Miss. Okay, give me straight right off the bat.
Hold on.
Hello.
So pleased to have you, and how honored we are to have.
I'm going to have to run it back, guys, because maybe it might be someone that's coming in that needs the history of who she is. I should have ran that back from the start, but technical difficulties, things happen. Hey, Rollins Review. Sound like club music. Share out the video, guys. Share out the video. Chef Finest Wine and Rollin Reviews. Please type the word faith so they can pick up your link. I like that beat. I'm back into my club days. House music. You can't sit down on this here. What are you trying to get? Is that a ball?
So yeah, you guys bear with us. Miss Nicholas is having just some slight technical difficulties, so we are gonna make sure that we be with you guys in a quick second. Let me make sure I speak to everybody. Again, we got my partner Rolling Reviews in the room. You okay, partner?
Yes, she said I have Safari on computer. It's not working, but Google Chrome will work. Let me.
We got B Sugar 100,
Okay.
Sunshine Minister V, Donna Green. What's up? How are you? Bill's Comfort Zone, Rock Just Living.
Yeah, folks. As we're waiting, I'm emailing Miss Nicholas. She's trying to work out these technical difficulties. So please bear with us, please. Okay.
We appreciate it. I swear
we do. We do.
Ren Rock TV, BNB reviews it. Speaking to everyone in the chat. Ren Rock, how you feeling? Mr. Williams, speaking of Rolling Reviews. Deborah Toomer says hello.
Please go to Rollin Reviews or Chef Finest Wine. Check out watch the video. Watch the video there. Just share it out. Share it out. If you see it here, I want you to just go to their channels, share it. Share out the video. Thank you.
Finest Wine. How are you, Deborah?
I'm fine.
Jill's Comfort Zone, speaking to Ren Rock and Rolling Reviews. Deborah Toomer, speaking to Rolling Reviews. Sugar Daddy Williams says, I grew up watching Denise Nicholas, very talented actress.
Oh, yeah. Yes. She was.
K-Tay, how are you? K-Tay, what's up? How you doing? How's everyone doing? How's everyone night? Prince Daniel, there go my bro, holding down that super chat, $5 super chat, King Delight. Welcome in, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone. Looks like we have Mrs. Nicholas backstage.
Woo! Success.
Okay.
Boom, she's in here. She's in here.
Hi. I'm on my cell phone, which is teeny tiny, and I was trying to do it on my laptop, but it's working on my cell phone.
That's totally fine. You know, I was gonna tell you that the cell phone is better anyway.
Okay. Well,
we're glad you're here, though. You're welcome in.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good to be here. Okay, now that I can speak. Okay. All right. Let me cut all the rest of this stuff off over here as I was.
No problem.
That's fine. Take your time.
All right.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm ready.
All righty. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Hello.
You look great.
Thanks. This is my second Zoom for the day, so
wow.
I might fade, but I'm okay.
Okay. Totally fine. We're so pleased to have you, Mrs. Nicholas.
Thanks.
Yes.
Miss. Okay, give me straight right off the bat.
Hello.
So pleased to have you, and how honored we are to have you for your work as an actress. And we have a gift for you in just 1 second. Just stay tuned.
Okay.
Here we go.
Find the hotel, vacation rental,
Oh, I got
cabin,
commercials in my
castle,
thing.
or
Hold on,
chalet
guys.
you want on Kayak. Search now.
Hello, it's Rollins Reviews again. Save the date, February 22nd, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Rollins Reviews YouTube channel, in unison with the Finest Wine Cooking channel, will be interviewing the dynamic Denise Nicholas. You may remember
How you
Miss
doing,
Nicholas
Dennis?
from such television
Type the word
shows as Room
safe if you want your
222,
link dropped.
or In the Heat of the Night, Living Single, and several others. You may also remember Miss Nicholas from her movies with
Hold on.
Bill
I think this
Cosby
is
and
troll.
Sidney Poitier. Let's Do It Again, as well as A Piece of the Action. We plan on interviewing Miss Nicholas and talking about her life and her career and what her future holds. Hope to see you there.
Denise Nicholas is an American actress who has been gracing the TV screens for over 50 years. And she is very beautiful, might I add. She's fine. She has set the tone for a lot of other great actresses today. Not only is Denise Nicholas an actress, but she's an author and a social activist who was involved in the civil rights movement, just in case you guys didn't know. It's always been Denise's passion to be a writer. She has more than accomplished that. Her novel, Freshwater Road, is on Amazon right now. She's best known for her role in the hit drama Room 222 for a full 5 seasons, as well as The Heat of the Night and My Wife and Kids. Just to name a few, Denise is a very strong woman who never allowed anyone or anything get in her way from accomplishing her goals and her dreams. Her books have great reviews listed on the Washington Post. Today, we simply want you to know we pour our love upon you, Denise Nicholas, because you are a pure example of how, if you put your mind to anything, you most definitely can accomplish it. Denise Nicholas, we love you and we thank you for taking time out to join us as we celebrate you, your talent, your charisma, and that beautiful face that you have. Keep winning, stay blessed, and you most definitely are welcome here anytime.
Thank you. That was very nice.
Thank you so much. We are glad you like it. Let me formally introduce myself. I'm Chef Finest Wine, aka my name is Antoine Robinson. I'm here in Chicago.
Okay.
Barney, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. So I'm the YouTuber that's been harassing you, sending you these emails. So I'm Rollins Reviews, okay? And I just wanted to say you had a very profound impact on my childhood. I absolutely loved all of your work. I still look at Baby I'm Back here on YouTube. I loved your work. I still love your work. And you know, working with my partner, talking to my partner, I just wanted to say we wanted to shower our icons with love and adulations while they're still here. And again, with everything you've done, not just your filmography, everything, I am such a fan. And thank you so much for, you know, granting us this interview. When we talk to our subscribers about, you know, we're going to have Denise Nicholas, oh my God, they were crazy. And
Yes.
they started calling out their favorite Denise Nicholas movies, your guest appearances on shows, which I loved it when you were on Living Single, okay, as well. But just know that you have touched so many lives. And that's why we wanted to, you know, interview you, to, you know, learn a little bit more about your life and career, and, you know, what you're doing now. That's important.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, we have a lot of fans in the chat here showing their love to you, Denise.
Yes.
And we again want to thank you for all that you have done. You're amazing. So I just want you to. The first question that we do have for you, that's from me. Do you mind sharing what got you started initially in the business?
Wow. Well, it was, and I'm working on those things in the memoir that I'm writing now, which probably be out in, let me see, 2020, probably sometime in 2023.
Okay.
I just got the deal to do it a couple of months ago, so I'm working on that, and that's what I'll be working on for the next year or so.
Okay.
It took 4.5 years to write Freshwater Road. It's going to take me 2 years to write this memoir, or I'm gonna get fired. I think my publisher, who did publish Freshwater Road, and I took a long time off when I finished Freshwater Road. I went on book tour. I traveled all over the country, and then I came home and I said, I've been working my entire life. I am going to sit down. So I sat down for 10 years.
Okay.
Publisher reached out to me and he said, are you ready to go back to work yet? I said, I guess. And he offered me a deal to do the memoir. So that's what I'm doing. Now, you asked me a question that had to do with my life, and of course I forgot. You know, they asked me.
No, that's totally fine. Just in case, you guys, just know that all her links to her books and all of that is in the description below. So we got to make sure we support Miss Nicholson. And so when you starred in The Heat of the Night, it was cast as an interracial couple back in the day. You and Archie Bunker, Mr. O'Connor. Did you receive any type of feedback from that?
We got a lot of hate mail, but they didn't show it to me until the very end of the show.
Wow.
So it was we were basically on our way back to LA from Atlanta, where we filmed outside of Atlanta.
Right.
And Carol O'Connor asked me to come in his office, and I went in there, and he showed me some of the hate mail he read to me.
Right.
A couple of the letters, but it was, we were done then. And I said, I kind of figured that we were getting that kind of mail, but I didn't know for sure. And I certainly didn't get it personally, but the company, the production house, did get the hate mail.
Right.
And he did show it to me. So,
wow. Miss Nicholas, could you please describe your childhood growing up in Detroit?
well, let's see. We were kind of working class people. My mom, who's here in this house now, Mom is 100. I'm taking care of her now. She has dementia. She's upstairs.
Right.
And she was a working mom for a while after her divorce, with 2 little kids, me and my brother, who's the oldest. And what I can say about it, I guess you could say working class with middle class aspirations.
Right.
Because she was very much a stickler about education and all of that. So, and using proper English and not using profanity, which I think I forgot that one. Who doesn't know that? But so it was kind of, there were times when things were challenging, and then there were times when things were just kind of, normal working class Black people in Detroit in the 1950s and the early 60s.
Wow.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be, sometimes I wanted to be a lawyer. Sometimes I wanted to be in the Foreign Service. Sometimes I wanted to teach. Sometimes I never, ever thought about being an actor. I did think about writing from the time I was quite young because I read so much and it was strong. I didn't know the first thing about acting, so that was the new thing, and that happened. That actually happened when I went to joined the Free Southern Theater during the Civil Rights Movement. That's when I started acting.
Wow.
So piggybacking off of the civil rights movement, during that time.
I'm just gonna stop the video for 1 minute. Those that's coming in, type the word faith if you want your link drop. Please subscribe to Chef Fine as Wine and Rollins Review. They're the ones that did the interview. Check them out on their channel. They got a lot of good stuff going on over there. And also, too, they collab together on these interviews, where in the past they have done an interview with Frida Payne and Ernest Thomas from What's Happening and What's Happening Now. So be sure to check them out, guys. They are awesome. You won't be disappointed. And Sugar Daddy, drop your link. Type the word faith. Welcome to my channel. Type the word faith so everybody can pick you up as they come in. And those that's coming in, type the word faith. Let's keep this going. Very interesting.
Were you touring in Mississippi and Louisiana?
Mm-hmm. I think there were quite a few. Certainly in high school, I read all the English classic romance novels, Thomas Hardy, and all of that stuff. The Brontes, I was very much into all of those.
You all hear it now?
Girly girl books.
Do y'all hear it now?
And then once I got to Mississippi and Louisiana, everything in my mindset began to shift, because it was such a stunning experience and such a lesson in our lives in this country and our history in this country.
Wow.
And you couldn't ignore it. You couldn't get away from it. It was in your face all the time. And the hatred and the Klan and the white citizens. I saw it all.
Oh,
and
wow.
I think it kind of takes your childhood away. It makes you grow up. I think I was 18 when I went to Mississippi. I was a year ahead in school. So when I left Ann Arbor to go down to Mississippi, I was 18, about to turn 19. And I was a freshman at Ann Arbor at 17. So it was, how can I say this? Young people, and I certainly was like this, and I think a lot of the young people who were in the civil rights movement, inside your head when you're that young, you don't think you're going to die. You think you're going to live.
Right.
Yeah.
And even though you see people dying around you, the 3 civil rights workers had disappeared practically the day I got off the train in Mississippi in Jackson in 1964. And, in August, they found their bodies. So, there were other deaths that happened over the course of that summer and other threats that would have led to death if people hadn't behaved in a particular way.
Right.
So,
Wow.
It was time to grow up. It was.
So you said that you thought about maybe possibly a teacher. So a question I have for you is, what were your favorite subjects in school, and who was your favorite teacher?
Well, let me see. Math was not my favorite subject.
Mine either.
Oh God, it was terrible. I was just terrible. But anyway, so at the University of Michigan at that time, if you were not great in math, you could opt out and you could take philosophy. So I took philosophy because after I finished geometry in high school, I was just finished. I said, I can't do it. I don't think that way. I'm never going to think that way. Of course, stepfather helped me through it. And when I got to Ann Arbor, I said, please, no math, please, no math. So philosophical thinking is textured like math in a way, in
Right.
terms of how it makes the brain work. That's very general, but anyway, that's why I took philosophy. And my favorite classes were always literature. And then when I got to Ann Arbor, they were art history classes. I took a lot of art history classes. I was moving once I got there from more social studies kind of format to a creative, an artist format for myself. I was moving in that direction without really knowing that that's what I was doing consciously. It wasn't thinking about it. It was just happening.
Right. Okay.
Would you desire to have any of your novels or your books come to life on a TV screen or movie?
I wanted to have Freshwater Road on film because it's about voter registration, and here we are again. Now, the novel came out in 2005. It got great reviews, and I did try for, maybe 3 or 4 years to get a deal to do it, to have somebody do it on screen, and I wasn't successful at that. And now here we are in 2022 fighting for voting rights again. I mean, it's insane what's going on, but that's what's going on.
Exactly.
Right.
The book could come out right now and be perfectly appropriate for the time we're in.
Right. What would you most like your fans to know about you?
Say that again.
What would you most like your fans to know about you?
That I have 2 sides of myself. I'm very serious, thoughtful, relatively good brain. I'm also silly, very silly.
You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh to keep from crying, you know?
Exactly.
There's a question for you in the comment section from Donna. It says, do you think we need more etiquette classes for our young ladies today?
Honey, I think we need etiquette classes for everybody. Men, women, old people, young people. People have forgotten manners. They don't know what a manner is anymore. Yes. Etiquette for everybody. In this whole country. Because there's a country full of ill-mannered people. There.
Yes.
Thank you. No one's excluded. No one.
No. Yeah. How did you avoid the pitfalls of fame? We commonly hear about actors and actresses and some of their exploits, some of the negativity that's associated with being a celebrity. How did you avoid that?
I don't think I avoid.
You don't, Helen? I think she's having some.
We can no longer. You muted. Just unmute.
Hit your unmute button.
Hit this where it says mic. It says mic. Just tap it real quick.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I can't hear you though.
You can't hear me? Okay, so leave out and come back in. Leave. Can you test me? Can you hear us?
I still can't hear you.
So leave out and come back in. Leave.
Nothing?
Can you hear my partner?
Can you hear me?
I'm not hearing you at all.
Okay, so leave out and come back in. Leave out and come back in.
Like,
yeah, you just leave the studio.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Are you talking? I still can't hear you.
Yeah, leave out. Leave out. Can you hear us now? So leave out and come back in.
No.
Leave out and come. Okay, yeah, okay. So we apologize, you guys. She's just having a little technical difficulties, so we are as well, but she'll be right back. Just give us a quick minute, and we do apologize. This is a blessing that we were able to get Miss Denise.
Right.
She is full of laughter, fun, and got a good sense of humor, I might say.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Quincy.
Sharing her.
Once again, for those that's in the clouds, those that's in the chat, be sure to subscribe to Chef Finest Wine and Roland's Review. They're the ones that did this fantastic interview. They have more to come. They have some that they did in the past with Frida Payne, Ernest Thomas. They have other things going on their content that is simply amazing. You're going to enjoy them. I hope you're enjoying this reaction video. You know, things happen in videos. You see some stuff is happening with me, but it's okay because when I mess up, I want y'all to go over there and check out this for yourself. Be sure to share the video. I want you to share the video from their channel. Go over there, check them out, like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. This is your girl, Deborah Kitchen by Faith. Welcome, guys. Welcome, y'all guys in the clouds. Pull up a chair. Let's continue to watch.
Her stories about, civil rights,
Yes.
That's awesome, that we have people that could tell us about that situation,
Right.
So let's make sure that we don't miss anybody. We got our Quincy Thomas in the room.
Hi, Quincy.
What it do, Quincy?
That's right.
All right. DNB reviews it. Deborah Toomer. Yes, Quincy Thomas, exactly. Things happen. Y'all are doing great. We appreciate you. We got Vicky McConway's Corner. It's all good. It happens to us. Exactly. Thank you for understanding. Thank you all for understanding.
Thank you so much.
Donna Joyner is nice background. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. He's back with us. Here we go.
All right.
StreamYard does that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just tap your camera real quick where it says camera.
Camera. Where's the little camera? Oh, there. Okay. There she is.
Yeah. No, don't worry about it. StreamYard does that all the time,
Okay.
So we
Right.
just winging it and letting it flow. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
we're just telling the fans in the chat how awesome it is that you could share that civil rights movement with us, and how much we appreciate that. That is so important. So the next question I would ask you is, looking back at your career, what would you say were the best highlights of your career?
I'd say for sure when I got into 22, that was huge because I was coming off theater in New York, and I think I was ready. I mean, I wanted to do theater, but I also wanted to do film. So when the opportunity came and I auditioned, and then they brought me out here to screen test and I got the job, I was euphoric. But I was also scared because it was a whole new world. And I had done like one teeny weeny little thing in New York in TV, but mostly all I'd done was classes and theater. So coming out here alone with no family out here, it was kind of scary. But what saved me at first was the fact that you worked so hard on these film shows. And Realtor 22 was film. It wasn't a studio audience. It was like a little movie. So you were working sometimes 12, 13 hours a day, 5 days. So really, by the time the weekend came, all you wanted to do was go somewhere and dance and drink and have fun, and then be back in that, on the sound and the makeup room at 6:30 on Monday morning with bags under your eyes and ice packs. I'm exaggerating, but it was fun. It was a great fun time. So that would be the first. And truly, since that was the one that brought me into the Hollywood thing. And then the last thing I did is as important, and that was In the Heat of the Night. So I knew by the time I finished that series, I was retiring from acting to write full time. So that those two shows bookend my film career, TV career, really, because I didn't do that much film.
Right. Miss Nicholas, what was it like working with the great Sidney Poitier?
It was dreamy because he was dreamy. He was just the nicest man. He was a well-mannered, well-read, very smart, very elegant, very sophisticated, very calm, always, for the most part, always calm. And the set was a nice place to work. There was not a lot of madness or craziness, which you can find a lot of times on these sets. He ran a good show. He really did.
Wow.
We'll miss him. We'll miss him and Carol both. I mean, these two.
Oh yeah.
These two stalwarts, one of TV and the other in film. And
Exactly.
I feel so blessed to have worked with both of them in this girl's life, and it was amazing to work with them because their standards were up in the stratosphere, and you had to keep up, or at least try to keep up. Carol gave me a shot to write, which nobody else did until he did in terms of TV writing.
Oh wow!
And I had been trying since Room 222 to sell shows or ideas for shows. But I couldn't get in the door. And when I went into Carol's office on In the Heat of the Night, we were shooting in Georgia. And I walked in and I was like really upset. I said, Carol, you got all these Black people on this show and you don't have any Black writers. And that is offensive to me. And he looks at me. I was like,
I agree.
I tell you, fishwife coming in here telling me what to do. I said, you need to have some Black writers off this show. And I happen to have an idea that I think you should buy.
See, but at least you was up front with him.
I pitched him an idea that really came from my civil rights movement experience in Mississippi. I said, you're in a town, you're doing a show about Mississippi, and you don't even mention voting and the history of this community. I said, my story would be about the first Black woman who tried to register to vote in Sparta, Mississippi back in the day.
Wow.
I said, I'll buy it. So, it connects, for me, that connects the experience of my life. It goes from the civil rights movement to Hollywood, which is a very odd leap to make, but that's the leap I made. So, he bought the show. I said, well, who's going to write it? He said, you are. I said, I don't know anything about writing for TV.
Wow.
I said, I'll teach you. So he mentored me through 6 scripts on that show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He was a seriously dedicated and courageous. He had he kept Howard Rollins as straight as Howard could be kept at that time. He loved himself. He really appreciated his talent. And he fought for him at the network when things were going south for Howard. So he fought for him for as long as he could. He did.
I read that somewhere, Miss Nicholas, that whole scenario.
He was devoted. Yeah, he was devoted.
Was that your favorite acting role if you had to choose one in your entire career?
Actually, it's Let's Do It Again with Sidney and Cosby. That's my favorite role.
That's my favorite too.
Let's do it again. Yes.
I ever did, but it was the most fun. I love it.
Miss Nicholas, you see, that was the song in the trailer. So that gave it away. That does it for me.
Let's do it again.
And a piece of the act.
That's right. Mavis Staples, please sing it.
God.
Oh my God, it was beautiful.
I love that song.
Yes.
Mrs. Nicholas, how was it working on the set of My Wife and Kids, and how did that role come about? I love me some Tisha Campbell, by the way.
That's so long ago. Okay, that was a small role one time. And I was kind of on my way out of acting at that time. That's in the later part. So it was, I'll be very frank with you, although I loved all those jobs, that was just a job. It was just a job. It wasn't anything special for me. It's not you got to say when you get a job in television, it's special no matter what it is, because they're so hard to come by.
Right.
The whole scheme of things of my career, it would not have been the most special thing. It was a job. You know,
Right.
that's it.
Right.
We got a question from someone in the chat. Are there any roles or work that you turned down or didn't do that you regret, possibly, or any roles that you have done that you regret doing, or roles you wouldn't have done?
Yes, I did a night gallery.
Nice.
It was
Rod Sterling.
And I said, wait a minute, I conveniently forgot that I had done it. And then somebody was doing a research paper on Night Gallery, and they reached out to me and they showed it to me again. I hadn't seen it since it aired on TV in the 60s. It was the most horrible thing. And I sat there and said, oh God, I don't want to have anything to do with this. And she started laughing. She said, I understand what you mean. I said, it's horrible. It's just horrible. I look crazy.
Oh no, you were just too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Take a look. It's bad.
We're gonna check that out. We most definitely will.
I've seen all those episodes of Night Gallery stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God. Look, it's called Lagoda's Head.
Right. It's been a while since I've seen it. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it again.
Oh, good luck. Don't tell me about it.
No, ma'am, I won't.
Okay, good.
Question for you. If you could go back in time, what are 3 things that you would tell your younger self? 3 things.
Say again.
If you could go back in time, what are 3 things that you would tell your younger self?
Don't get married.
No.
Don't get married once, don't get married twice, don't get married 3 times. That's it, 3 times.
She's preaching, you guys. She's preaching.
The end period, huh? The end period.
That's on period.
Wow. I wanted to ask you, what are there any actresses or actors that you look up to then or now that you just like admire? Because you did pave the way for a lot of the actresses today, I must say.
Thanks. I think because I used to love watching black and white movies in the 40s, the late 30s. So I think my favorites for those kinds of films and those kinds of actors, there would be who would be? I don't know. I can't remember right now. But
this Joan Crawford.
I like Joan Crawford. I liked. Oh gosh, I should.
Lana Turner.
Not so much those. I liked what's her name from the Swedish actress. Oh God, from. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. Let's think. Let me think about that for a minute. Okay. Because I can't think of the names right now.
Yes, absolutely. We come back to that.
Okay.
Right.
You have a lot of fans in the chat showing you so much love. They said love your sense of humor. I must agree. I love your sense of humor as well.
Thanks.
Again, you got to laugh to keep from crying, you know?
Right.
Yes.
How many times do you meet people that are saying the same thing? You know, for you to know the impact that you've had on so many millions of people's lives. I mean, if you think about it now, when I was younger, and you know, now I have to tell this generation, you may see more African American people in film and television shows, but when we were younger, all of us looked at Good Times and Sanford and Son. And when the movies came out, Sidney Poitier, Bill Cosby, we filled the theaters, because that was all we had, and oh my God. And I was talking to Donna. Donna's in the chat. She just looked at your movie, Let's Do It. Was it A Piece of the Action? She just looked at that this past weekend. So people are still the impact that you had, Donna's around my age. So we're still looking at your films. We're still looking at your shows. That's staying power. That's longevity.
That's great. Yeah.
So you've made an impact.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Sydney used to say back in the day, back in the 70s when I was working, I haven't worked with her beyond that. I certainly had conversations with him beyond that. But he would say, as he was, he said, you're going to be one of the reasons that a lot of people try to get into this business, a lot of Black people. I said, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Right. B Sugar, there's a question for you in the comment section. He wants to know, when is your birthday?
July 12th. I'm a Cancer.
Cancer, July 12th.
Mm-hmm.
My mom is a Cancer. She's July 19th.
Oh, wow.
Mom is
My
watching.
sister-in-law is July 19th. My dad was July 18th.
Stop it. My auntie is July 18th. My mom is July 19th. Like 2 days of 1 day apart. So wow.
Next question in the chat. Do you have any children?
I didn't hear that.
Okay. Another question someone asked is, do you have any children?
No.
So, let's see. We're trying to keep up with the questions. They're zooming by.
They coming fast.
Yes, yes. So many people are agreeing with what you said. Don't get married. Oh wow! You set the chat on fire.
With what?
I swear.
When you said don't get married.
Yes, you did. Yes. Yes.
Well, I say it because I never was successful at it. Other people have done quite well. I never was able to pull it together. So.
Miss Nicholas, there's still time.
No, there isn't. Not for me. My daddy told me before he died, I go, look, you're very smart. You're very good at a lot of things. Marriage isn't one of them, so give it a break.
Your dad told you that?
That's my dad.
You gotta listen to daddy.
What would you say is the best thing about your life right now?
Wow. Ooh. Wow. Writing this memoir is, I resisted it for so long because it really is a way of taking stock of your life. That's what a memoir is, as opposed to an autobiography. It's really getting into the weeds of the emotional impact that you have felt and you have put out there in terms of your whole life, its struggles, its successes, and its failures. So that's that would be number one for me. What was the rest of it?
Basically, what was the best thing about your life right now, currently?
Oh, that's the writing is number one, and equally as important as being in a position to bring my mother in here when she needed me to do so. So she was living on her own until just before November 2020. I moved her over here. The pandemic was already happening, and I was going to her apartment every weekend to clean and help her and stuff. But it was so exhausting to do it that way, and she was no longer able to take care of the apartment or herself. So I started the process of moving her over here. So I think as difficult as it is, and it is extremely difficult, the fact that I was in a position that I own a home that was big enough to accommodate her needs, and it's not a huge house, but it's it's comfortable, and she has space. She has quite a bit of space upstairs, and I have helpers that come every day to help with her care because it's a significant amount of work to take care of a person with dementia. She's also hard of hearing, so it's a lot. It's a lot, but I'm gratified every time there's a smile. Every time, for example, I went up to watch the figure skating on her flat screen up in the big room. A flat screen.
A flat screen. I like figure skating. I watch that often.
I love it. And she and I remembered that she loved it 2 years ago. So I went in her room and I said, let's watch the figure skating. So I turned it on and she was so happy. She loved it and she loved the beauty of it. And she was, and I started clapping, at the end of each performance, like we were in a big audience. And then she started clapping. So it was a fun moment. So it was fun.
She remembered that. Thank you for sharing that.
Right. Miss Nicholas, our last celebrity interview was with Miss Flo Anthony. And when we told her that we were going to be interviewing you next, she had nothing but wonderful things to say about it.
Thank you. Thanks. That's nice. Thank you.
Thought you would like to know.
Thank you. Yes.
Mrs. Nicholas, sorry. Have you dated any famous actors? That's a question in the chat. It didn't come from me.
No, not really.
Okay.
You know what? No, I haven't really dated. Like, do you mean like you had lunch with one person twice in 10 years? I've done that.
Right.
Did I have a relationship with a famous actor that went on for a bit and amounted to something? Not out here. No.
I had to clarify. That wasn't my question. The question in the chat. I wasn't trying to get my head bit off. What was the hardest part of writing your memoir? That's a question from BNB Reviews.
Say it again.
What was the hardest part of writing your memoir?
What was the hardest
part? From writing your memoir.
Okay, I'm still working on it. And it's, I've really just gotten started the last couple of months. The deal just came through. So I think the hardest part is dealing with the difficult times of your life. It's like, how do you confront your own frailties and your own difficulties and your own mistakes and figure out what you have learned from them? And is there anything you can give to other people to learn from your mistakes? And what kind of language do you use to tell that kind of story? So those are the things I struggle with every day as I'm writing the memoir. So it's the difficult stuff, the stuff that you really don't like to talk about that much, but when you start a memoir, you got to face it. So that's it.
You most definitely have to dig deep from that to, pull that memoir out of you,
Yes, and I resisted it. I resisted it because I really am kind of secretive. I am quiet. I am kind of shy. And, I said, oh God, I don't want to put all that dirty laundry out there.
We ain't out to wash no sheets and dry no clothes. We ain't trying to put all that dirty laundry out there.
Bird poop on them.
See? And yes, we thank you. We thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
This has been awesome thus far. And I must say, I appreciate you taking the time out for us.
Most definitely.
We have one more question that we're going to answer from Quincy Thomas. And that what has been the most joyful part of writing your memoir? So that's a little opposite. What has been the most joyful part of writing your memoir?
Joyful? Did you say joyful? That word drop. The most joyful part. I think, there's a lot of sadness in this book because my sister Michelle was murdered in New York. So the book opened with that. And that was in 1980. And what I do in the book is go forward and backward in time. Okay. So the hardest part is talking about Michelle's death. And that was never resolved. The most joyful part is what is the most joyful part? I think it's talking about the the relationship I had with Carol O'Connor, the relationship I had with the cast of Room 22, we were all very close. Talking about Sydney as a friend, as a person who, you know, he didn't want me to do Let's Do It Again. He wouldn't even let me read or test for it. And I was kicking up a storm, and I said, I am an actor, and I want to reach for this part. And people can't get past your face. I said, that's an insult. I'm an actor. So I said, please, can I just read for it? Because I wanted, listen, biggest disappointment for me in the acting part of my career is that I knew my talent, if I had any talent in that area, was in light comedy.
Right.
And Let's Do It Again was that. And I knew that. I said, I know I can do this and make it work. I know I can. So I did a screen test for him, and he was falling off the camera laughing. Okay, because I put a big towel, I put my receiver, so I had big boobs, and I had the costume that I end up in the movie in
with the wig
that I partially created. Okay.
So, okay.
I love that role. And when I went to do the screening, Mr. Cosby was sitting close by, and the audience, when they saw me cracking their thumb and carrying on, they went nuts. And I was like, wow, I make people laugh. I really make people laugh. Mr. Cosby said, you got a funny bone. I said, yeah, I do.
You got a funny bone.
Yeah, that role, that's a memorable, that part, oh my goodness.
I love that role, but I couldn't. Going forward from there, I had such a hard time getting roles that were like comedy or comedic acting. I mean, I wasn't trying to be a stand-up comic. I don't have that kind of genius. I thought I could do really good comedic acting performances. So, but I had a hard time getting any roles doing that. Baby, I'm Back allowed a little bit of that.
I loved it. I still watch it. And I also love Blackula. How did you feel about that role? She's speechless. She's speechless.
It was fine. It was fine. Oh, God. It's a classic. I was in Canada shooting something else long after Blackula, and I'm on the set. I do something about one of those ice skaters, the one who was biracial when I played her mother or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I'm up there and I'm working, and the crew on the film set looked at me and they said, "You were in Blackula." Yes. They said, "That movie is a cult classic in Canada." And I was like, "You lied." No, it is
classic, cult classic.
Yeah. So
I still look at Blackula.
Okay, well, good.
I love it.
But I feel you still got your heart's desire. You know, you got to write 6 episodes on the heat of the night. You know, because you initially started, you wanted to be a writer.
Yep.
Somehow got in the acting business, but you wanted to be a writer, and God made that happen for you. What would you say is your most memorable episode in the heat of the night?
Of Heat of the Night that I wrote. The very first one about the first woman who tried to register the vote in some part of Mississippi.
Wow.
That's the first story I pitched to Carol, and he bought it. And the other one that I did that I liked, but not as much as that first one, was called Your Own Kind. It's about a little interracial love affair in the high school, and the racists come out and try to kill everybody.
Yeah.
So that one I kind of liked because it was pure, it was sweet, and I liked it. But Odessa was the one about voting rights. And
right.
I can't even tell you how much I love doing that one. Really
nice. That question is from Beautiful Rock Just Living. We have another question from Two Blessed Pieces. She wants to know, how did you stay looking so beautiful and young looking? She want to know your secrets.
Well, thank you, first of all. That's very nice. Well, thank you.
That's a good question.
Yeah. I don't know how to answer it. Mom is upstairs. She's 100. She looks pretty cute. So,
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
I don't do
In the
anything.
genes.
I think some of it,
Genetics.
our looks are pretty much genetic, and our health profile is somewhat genetic. It's pretty much genetic. And my doctor tells me that when I took her to my doctor because her doctor was useless. So I said, your mother is 100. You're gonna live to be 100 at least. I said, well, I better start saving some money because I'm not gonna make it. That's the point here. He said, well, get ready. That's every time I go in there. He said, get ready. Okay.
And thank you all for the support.
Yes.
Partner, you got anything else you wanted to add?
I just wanted to again give you love, adulations. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, and know, from our emails, you're helping to take care of your mother. So I know how busy you are, but we do appreciate you. And I wanted to let you know that Chef Fine, his wife, myself, we will be helping to push your memoir whenever it's released. We're going to be pushing it on our channels since we are influencers. And, whatever you do, we're going to be there for you. We're going to be giving you support. And we'll be talking about it on our YouTube channels. And in the future, who knows? Maybe we would like to have you on again, whenever, things calm down a bit in your life.
Yes, that'd be terrific. Thank you. Thank you. That's great.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
On that note, Mrs. Nicholson, thank you.
He calls me Nicholson.
Nicholson. I just want to, it just slips out. I want to know why. Thank you, guys. Thank you, BNB Reviews It, Deborah, Catch It by Faith. Wonderful interview, guys. I really enjoyed it. And Denise, keep being the amazing person that you are. Wow.
Yes.
I agree. We're going to end with this video, and you guys take care. I appreciate it all. Here we go.
Thank you, Miss Rose Reviews again. Save the date. February 22nd, 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Rose Reviews YouTube channel, in unison with the Finest Wine Cooking channel, will be interviewing the dynamic Denise Nicholas. You may remember Miss Nicholas from such television shows as Room 222 or In the Heat of the Night, Living Single, and several others. You may also remember Miss Nicholas from her movies with Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier. Let's Do It Again, as well as A Piece of the Action. We plan on interviewing Miss Nicholas and talking about her life and her career and what her future holds. Hope to see you there.
Denise Nicholas is an American actress who has been gracing the TV screens for over 50 years. And she is very beautiful, might I add. She's fine. She has set the tone for a lot of other great actresses today. Not only is Denise Nicholas an actress, but she's an author and a social activist who was involved in the civil rights movement, just in case you guys didn't know. It's always been Denise's passion to be a writer. She has more than accomplished that. Her novel, Freshwater Road, is on Amazon right now. She's best known for her role in the hit drama Room 222 for a full 5 seasons, as well as The Heat of the Night and My Wife and Kids, just to name a few. Denise is a very strong woman who never allowed anyone or anything get in her way from accomplishing her goals and her dreams. Her books have great reviews listed on the Washington Post. Today, we simply want you to know we pour our love upon you, Denise Nicholas, because you are a pure example of how, if you put your mind to anything, you most definitely can accomplish it. Denise Nicholas, we love you, and we thank you for taking time out to join us as we celebrate you, your talents, your charisma, and that beautiful face that you have. Keep winning, stay blessed, you most definitely are welcome here anytime.
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it.
Come on, yeah, I think they know about it. No other way around it. Check out the way we rock it. I got it.
What that was. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Thanks for watching the reaction video with Denise Nicholas, wonderful, wonderful woman. I can't wait for her memoirs to come out. It's going to be fantastic. Can't wait to read that book. Be sure to subscribe to Raw Reviews. And thanks to Chef Finest Wine and Raw Reviews for these awesome interviews that they're doing. I call them unsung because I wonder what happened to them. They take the people that you haven't seen in a while, and they be the most fantastic actors and actresses that you'd be like, wow, okay, there they go. All right, good. Be sure to subscribe to them. Go to their channels, share the video, like, subscribe, and share. Rollins Review and Chef Finest Wine. Until the next time, guys, this is your girl, Dipper. Catch you by faith, saying, wash your hands, social distance, keep God first in all that you say and do. Thank you so much for coming in and joining me. Until the next time, guys, night.